All right, guys. We're coming to you with the second episode of our Walk and Talk series. And when I say we're coming to you, we're coming to you literally in the elements. It is a gorgeous, snowy day, but it is freezing cold. But it's also like a great time to take a walk because you can breathe in the fresh air. You can breathe in the cold air, which sometimes is like extra refreshing. So, second episode of our Walk and Talk series today. If I'm breathing extra hard, just know that it's about 20 degrees. So, today we're going to walk and talk and share about the expectation that moms and wives carry during the holidays. Did you just breathe in deep? Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so sometimes, I don't know if this is you, I don't know if you feel this way, but sometimes I carry so much weight in making sure that I have the most perfect Christmas for my family. Now, listen, I know no one's perfect, nothing is perfect, but I love a good, cozy Christmas, and I love my kids and my husband and now my grandbaby to feel so loved and cherished and excited. But I think sometimes we don't even realize the weight that we're carrying in all of that. And so I want to just talk through a couple of things that I've been thinking about as we're approaching Christmas, and a couple of things that I've been really challenging myself to do less of. Woo! Got any overachievers on here? I've been really challenging myself to be mindful of the stillness of the season and the slowness of the season. And I'm not going to lie, it is a very hard thing for me. It is. Because I do like things to be a certain way. I think I told you in the first episode, your girl can be a little rigid. So, keeping that expectation lower for me this season is something that I'm working on. And I wonder how that resonates with you guys. I very much like to have a plan, have things in order, but life lately has not been super planned out. Reminding me often that Laura's not in control, but my good Father is. And so life is lifing, but I just have to keep remembering, what's most important as we approach this time. So I was thinking through, and I was thinking of what are some things that I do on the daily or leading up to the week before Christmas. And one of them is make a list, a daily list and a weekly list. Do I have any fellow list makers here? Anybody that can raise your hand and be like, oh yeah, that's me. I love a good list. Are there any fellow list checkers? I love to check off my list. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. Oh, these beautiful winter berries. I wish you could see them. So pretty. Okay, so just really thinking about ways that we can lessen that expectation that we're putting on ourselves so that we can be more joy-filled and more in the moment with our family. And making a list is one of them. Also making sure that you are getting rid of the comparison of what someone else is doing with their family or what someone else is buying for their kids or how they're decorating their tree. You guys, we are inundated. I'm not telling you anything new. You know this. With so much noise, with so much do this, don't do that, decorate your tree with red and navy, but not neutrals. Here's what I'm going to tell you. And maybe you're no, I want to, you can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of your home and your Christmas. You get to have your traditions, your decorations. And I really want to encourage you to not let other things that you're seeing try to make you feel any less than, or try to make you think that your Christmas is not as magical and joy-filled as someone else's. You know, I do love to decorate. It's something, if you know me well, you know that is a passion that I have, and I do love to make our home cozy. And I know it's the Ralph Lauren Christmas. I love plaid, but not in my house. It's just not my jam. And that's the really cool thing that I love about keeping your Christmas loyal to you. Or is that even right? Like, is that how I want to say it? Keeping Christmas the way you want it, I think, is the most important. Keeping traditions the way you want them, that's the most important. Of course, you know, the most important is Jesus, the whole reason that we're celebrating. But I just want to encourage you to let go of expectations. Let go of trying to fit a certain mom mold, a certain, you know, like I said, Ralph Lauren Christmas mold. I really want to challenge you to just do things the way that feels right to you. And also just lessening that expectation that you have on yourself, and really just sitting in the moments with those people that you love, with your friends, with your family, with those that you hold dear. A few things that I have done in the past that I love doing for my kids that I might not do this year. I mean, guys, you know, also I want you to remember that everyone's financial state is different. And so, you know, one family might be going to Disney for Christmas while the other one is having a few less gifts. Like, again, the beauty of you creating your own and not comparing, not worrying about things being overly perfect. So I just want you to give yourself grace this season. I want you to give yourself the allowance, and I'm talking to myself here too, the allowance though to take time to sit down with a festive drink. You know, one of my favorite things to do, is to sit down on Sunday afternoon. The boys are in watching football. I go in the office with a cozy Christmas drink. I gather all my wrapping supplies and I wrap gifts. And it is so therapeutic and peaceful to me. And that's something that brings me great joy. And there's not a lot of expectation around it. And now I love wrapping pretty gifts, also something that brings me joy. When I said it's cold, I'm not kidding. But it sure is beautiful. So yeah, doing things that give you wow. Words must be hard when you're in the 20-degree weather. But doing things that allow you to really be in the moment again, really enjoying your family, and not, you know, just dragging yourself through the mud until you have everything perfect and until the gifts are perfect and all of that. I really want to allow you and I want you to allow yourself that space, that grace, to lessen the expectancy that we all, as moms and wives, are putting on ourselves. So I would love to hear the little things that bring you joy and little things that you do for your family, and ways that you're going to try this season to be more graceful with yourself. I want us to cherish the season. I want us to remember the season. You know, I'm going to be really honest too. There's been times in my life that I've been so hurried and in such disarray that really the only day I enjoyed in December was Christmas Day. And I don't want to do that this year. I want to be in the moment. I want to do puzzles. I want to have hot chocolate. I want to sit with my family. I want to read the Christmas story. Maybe that's something you've never done, but I would really encourage you to read the Christmas story with your family this season, and to, sit around under the tree. It doesn't have to be in matching pajamas. It doesn't have to be, it can be so simple as just being together and sharing that. I think that there's so much beauty in moments like that don't require anything, that don't require a purchase or, everything to be perfect, but there's a lot of beauty in that, in the moment. So releasing expectancy for yourself, giving yourself grace, and then finding ways that you can be more present. So I want you to look for ways that you can lighten the load, not add to it. Things that maybe you can take off that list that you thought might be important, but really when you're thinking back through, they're not as important. And that's it. I just really want to challenge you to do that. And I'm challenging myself because if you know me well, you know I like things a certain way. I already told you that, but I do. So it's just lessening and loosening the grip of having things being so perfect in a certain way. Because there's beauty and spontaneity and laughter and joy and joy-filled moments. And so I am challenging myself to do those things. And I hope that you can too. And I am excited. Again, I told you that last time for this series. And I feel like our next episode might be a little more unfiltered, a little more raw. And I'm excited. So let's give ourselves grace. Let's find ways to lighten our load. Let's cherish the moments. And I'm praying that you guys will have a joy-filled holiday season.